Alright, so we're going to start by taking our N2 molecule, which is a acrylamide NHS. It allows us to functionalize the gel. We're going to take 300 microliters of molecular grade ethanol. And gently take it, tighten the cap, I'm going to briefly vortex it, and then, I don't know if you can see this, but it's not fully solubilized. To ensure that it goes completely into solution, I will now sonicate this for 2 minutes. Okay, so after 2 minutes of sonication, I don't know if you can see this, but there's no particulate left in there. Now to make the gel, I have this 5 ml tube here, and I have my pre-gel solution that I've previously formulated. And this has the acrylamide, the bisacrylamide at the proper concentrations. So to make gels today, I'm going to take 900 microliters of this portion, place it in this polystyrene tube here. It's at a low pH, which will increase the half-life of the NHS group on this linker. So I've got 900 microliters in there. Now I'm going to place 70 microliters of this solution in here. Pipette up and down a few times to mix. So I put a cap on, and I have this sidearm flask with a little bit of water in the bottom. And what we need to do is for 15 minutes degas this solution to prevent any oxygen in the solution to inhibit the polymerization reaction. So I've put this on there. I'm going to put this in the sonicator water bath and set it on degas for 15 minutes, and the whole time there'll be a vacuum applied to this sidearm. So while that polymer solution, or monomer solution, is degassing, I want to show you the media chamber that we'll be using. So this is the millipore Easy Slide. I've taken them off already, but when you first open it, there's 4 tabs, 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. You can just break them off. And when you do, here's the lid. The bottom holder will come off, and the media chamber will come off. And this is the bottom glass side. Now typically this is used, this pink section is a hydrophobic coating which keeps liquid in its respective spot. We won't need this. I found that the gasket on the bottom of these wells is sufficient. We will eventually be putting the monomer solution with the catalyst on top of these cover slides, and then be using a microscope slide, which I have been using the Fisher brand Superfrost Plus. It's cleaned in such a way that it improves the gel attachment to the glass slide, and once the solution's put on there, you'll see in a bit, you just suck it right, we'll sandwich it between these 2 pieces of glass. Anyway, while the sonicating's going, I measured out 22.8, it doesn't really matter, I measured out some ammonium persulfate. You can get it from Biorad. Measured it out, there's 22.8 milligrams here. I'm going to open it. I'm going to add 228 microliters of water. To this. Close it, and then vortex it. Make sure it all goes into solution. And this ammonium persulfate will be the catalyst to form the polyacrylamide gel. So now that we have that, now that we have our slides ready, we just need to wait for the sonication to finish. Alright, so our solution here is done. I'm going to take it out of the sidearm flask. I like to dab it down with a Kim wipe to get rid of excess water. So now our solution's ready to go. So what we're going to do here is take our 10% weight by volume ammonium persulfate, take 5 microliters. I gotta be quick for this portion. I'm gonna add it to the solution, pipette up and down a few times. Going to mix it by pipetting up and down a few hundred microliters, gently. And then I'm going to take 120 microliters per glass slide and put it on the cover slip. Now I'm going to take the bottom microscope slide, turn it upside down, and carefully lower it until you see it just sucks up that gel. I'm going to do a second one. Sometimes you have to move it around a little bit to get it perfectly lined up. And now it's set. So now that gel is polymerizing between those two pieces of glasses, and we're going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Alright, so now the 15 minutes is up, and I'm going to I've got some ice cold water here and a razor blade. What we're going to do is I'm going to take the gel, if I don't block your view here, submerge it, and use the razor blade to carefully remove the top glass. And I'm going to place this on a Kim wipe to dry off any excess water, just from the bottom of the glass. So again, I'm placing it in the ice cold water, using the razor blade, and gently removing the cover slip, and drying off the bottom of the microscope slide. So now I've got two microscope slides with a nice 14 kilopascal gel on top of each of them. So to clamp the media chamber onto this, and actually just as a side note, here's the original solution. You can see if I move it, the gel has definitely formed. So move this aside. So now, for each of these, you have the bottom holder, and you can just slide the microscope slide in there, and you take the media chamber and you place it on top, and it will just kind of fit into place. There's a ridge around the edge here which holds it. And now, while holding it like this, I'm going to take 2 of these clips. They're medium binder clips. And so the first one I'm going to open up. Let me hold it this way for you. I'm going to open up, I'm going to clip it over the top, and then carefully rotate it around. And the second one, I'm going to clip, there's the 2 old clasp spots, and that's going to fit right on there. And then the one that's open all the way, and while clamping tightly with my fingers, I'm going to move this down. I'll just gently tweak this to test it, but now you can see it's held on both sides there, and I can remove the metal portion of the binder clip. So now I have a gel that's partitioned into 8 distinct wells. And so it's 8 distinct gels now. There's no fluid flow between. I'm going to do this again. Place it in the holder. Add the media chamber. Place the first clip on the upper side, and this just prevents it from the media well flying away. Three steps. And down. And so now quickly, the NHS group is slowly but surely hydrolyzing here. I would now take 200 microliters of my 0.1 millimolar peptide solution and pipette that into each of these wells. So there'd be 200 microliters of peptide solution or your protein of interest in each of these wells, and I would just bring these and incubate them at 4 degrees C overnight. However, I'm not placing them functionalizing these particular gels.